Gabilanche, gabilanche, mama gare guya arianale. Gabilanche, gabilanche, mama gare guya arianale. Gabilanche, 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 mama gare guya arianale.
My wife Liz and I, our job here is managing a children's centre. We came to Honduras to live in 2004 with a view to build a children's centre. We believed we were called by God to do that, and we came here initially to work with Loma de Luz as host family, and during that 2 years we realised that the hospital actually had written into their constitution that they wanted to build a children's home too. So during that first initial period here, we agreed that we would take forward a children's centre for Hospital Loma de Luz, and that's what we've done. We have 3 groups of children that we aim to work with. We work with one group that are kids who are sick, so they're really associated with the hospital. Most of them are short-term. They're people who need to be attending the hospital frequently but maybe don't need to be inpatient. One of the other things I'd found in earlier visits in Honduras was that there's many kids in the mountain villages who don't have access to education just because of where they live. Schools are just too far away. So we invite a number of kids to be with us just for the sake of accessing education. They stay with us during the school year and go home again at the end of the school year. And finally, we have a whole crowd of kids for all the same reasons that you have kids taken into care in the United States or in Scotland. We've got all of the same issues of drugs, alcohol abuse, family death, family breakup, all of these reasons as well. So we've got a mix of kids, boys and girls. The youngest kid we actually had born in the house. The oldest kid we've had is 19, and a variance of all between these. Shortest term kids we've had are probably about 3 or 4 days, and the longest term kids I think have been with us since the day we opened really.
We go down there and play with the kids. Sometimes we'll bring coloring books or fingernail polish to do on the girls or balls. We just try to love on those kids who don't have parents or families, or do have but are in bad situations.
One of the things that makes me cry almost every night here is listening to the children playing. We've got children amongst us now who have got more horrific, traumatic experiences in their life than most of us will ever have in our entire lives, and sometimes in 2 or 3 lifetimes, I think. And one of the things that we feel really privileged to do is to actually restore children's childhoods. And that's what we do. Hearing children laughing, hearing them playing is just something that just breaks my heart over and over and over again. Little Carla that you were playing with out there, she was only 27 pounds in weight when she came to us a couple of years ago. She was 8 years old, was probably about 3 or 4 days away from dying from malnutrition. That's what we do. We're restoring children to their childhood. We want to give children a hope for a future, and part of that will be a hope in Christ. Part of it will just be a hope in actually having a future. One of the things that I see is that people who are exceptionally poor have got no life expectancy. Why would you plan for a future if you don't think you've got one? And one of the biggest things we can ever give our children is a belief that they might have a future, and if they have, then they've got something to work for, and that's what we want to do.